You know who's not giving us an album?
Rihanna.
Our Bayesian queen.
Why she's lying to people, man?
You think she's lying?
I think she's lying. But tell them what happened. Go ahead.
So Rihanna launched her hairline. So she was, on the red carpet of her hair event. She's been on the scene a lot lately with her businesses, with the skincare and the makeup and now the hair. And the undies are out there too. Um, but so she launched her hair care line. I don't know a whole lot about the hair care line, so I can't speak to that. But on the red carpet, she starts talking about music. Well, first of all, she made a joke where she said, "This is the longest project I've ever worked on," and then laughs and goes, "Actually, that's R9." Which,
Yep.
which one of the things that I've always loved about Rihanna is her sense of humor. Is the fact that she's like, I'm a person,
Right.
okay? I make jokes, I'm funny, and
Yep.
I'm witty, and y'all just gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm not always going to perform and be on my best behavior for you. I've always
Yes.
loved that about her. So, and I love that we get her personality. We don't get personality out of all artists. It's fine. They don't have to
And they
get
don't all have personality.
right. Or if they do, we don't know that they do because they don't share it.
Right.
But that's one of like my favorite things about her is that we know that we know that there's a human inside of there, and she has a good time and she has fun. So then she goes on to have these conversations about music and about how she's feeling about music, and she's saying that she's in a period of rediscovery, and she's in a very inspired period of her life.
Yep.
And she feels like it's time to go back to the drawing board, listen to some of the music that we've never heard,
Right.
see what that sounds like now with a fresh pair of ears, um,
Hmm.
see what she wants to do with that, and also, she's in a position where she's inspired to create musically.
Yep.
Um,
That's what she said.
so she basically said that's where we're starting out. She didn't promise an album. She didn't do any of that, but she did say, "Hey, think I'm gonna go back to the studio and see what's going on in there. I'm gonna, dust off the buttons and get crank the synthesizer up and let's get it popping." You know,
Crank the synthesizer up
I
is
don't
mad
I don't
fun.
know what I just said. I don't know what I just said, and I knew that you would correct me if it was wrong.
It's fine. It's funny. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know I don't know what I just said. I couldn't even tell you. I literally have no idea.
Just clip it up. Just clip it up.
I have no idea what that means.
Clip it. Just clip it. That's it.
I couldn't even remember and I know, like, in the back of my mind, I know what the machine is called, and that you heard me say buttons. Go to the studio, okay? I don't go to the studio. And then they made it so that podcasting was so easy from your phone. Maybe if podcasting wasn't easy from your phone and you could do it anywhere you wanted to, I would know how the studio works, but I just don't know because I don't be in the stew. Anyway,
Back to the synthesizers.
what is it? Never mind. It just sounded like something that music people say.
Oh shit. Yo, what a clip. I can't
I,
wait.
yeah. I never been like a music industry baddie. Like I never had. I don't think I ever dated a guy who was like, "I'm going to the studio. You want to come with me?" I don't think I ever had that. And that's why we're here today. because
with the
that's
synthesizers.
with the synthesizer. Is it the synthesizer the thing they use for auto tune?
Just let's just back to
Okay.
Rihanna. Come on, Rihanna.
Don't leave me, girl. Anyway,
That is not Rihanna.
I know
Oh,
that's Blackstreet. Don't play with me.
I mean, you just threw that in there in the Rihanna topic.
I said it. I did it because I said auto tune. That
Oh,
was that was why I said that. Because one of the earliest iterations of auto tune is there. But anyway, I mean, I know everything, but I know some things. So Rihanna says she's going back to the lab. What do you think about that?
I'm unmoved. I don't care. I don't believe her. I think she's lying, like she been lying. Eh, Listen, it's possible I'm wrong. It's possible she is going to go to the studio and review the music that she has that we never heard, and that she will start over. That doesn't mean you're getting a Rihanna album at all. It also doesn't mean you're getting a Rihanna album anytime soon, even if you're getting one. And fans are excited. People on the internet were like, "Oh, Riri said we're getting R9. She about to start recording. Oh, it's so exciting." No, no, it's not. It's not. Don't get excited until there's a release date and artwork and photo shoots. And even then, I would still be nervous because the way this has gone, Rihanna dropped almost 10 years ago. Anti. Let me put my
Yeah.
specs on. Let's see what year Anti dropped.
Sometimes we could just ask Google.
I don't have any of those devices.
I didn't. Okay.
2016, Anti drop. So
So
8 years.
yeah.
Ocho. Ocho años.
Más preguntas.
Mucho preguntas. Lots of questions for Rihanna.
No, they would have had to use their translator apps to figure out.
SMH.
Shaking my head. If you want to translate everything.
Do you believe that Rihanna is working on music? Do you
No,
believe an album is coming?
no. No, but do I believe that Rihanna likes having fun with us? Yes. Do I
Right.
think that maybe Rihanna does feel like making some music? Sure. I think that when you have a talent, and I think that when you have a knack for creating, you will have the desire to create. Um, I don't think that leaves you just because you're not actively pursuing it. So, does it make sense that she's saying she's inspired and she feels like creating music right now? Yeah, I think anyone who has that affinity for creating music will feel that way. It doesn't mean we're getting an album. She could just go to the studio and have some fun and feed her need for that creativity and then move on. And it could not have anything to do with us at all.
I agree.
Um, yeah, I don't. It would be nice if we got a Rihanna album. I also wonder what 8 years later. Okay, this year. This year doesn't count, right? But like 9, 10 years later, what does a Rihanna album sound like? And is it something that I want at this point? I don't.
And don't forget, Rihanna's life, perspective, and bank account have changed drastically in those 8 years.
Right. And has she been keeping up with her vocals? Like, I don't know what a Rihanna project is going to be 10 years later. That's not to say I wouldn't listen to it. That's not to say I wouldn't be excited about it. It's just we also would have to navigate our own expectations because we don't know what we're getting.
Right.
Um, it's been too long for us to know. She could
Yeah.
come out and come and be a completely different genre, as people do.
Yep.
So I don't know. I feel like if she wants to put out music, great. If she doesn't want to put out music, that's cool too. Because I don't know when we get the music what we're gonna get. And I think we've been so excited and so like revved up to get another project from her that we might be up for a big letdown. I don't mean to be negative Nancy, but I think you have to consider that after a decade, things have changed.
Yeah.
We
She's a
have
mom
changed.
now. She's rich now. I mean, rich, rich, rich.
Oh,
Richie rich.
yeah. She's like, her babies gonna be rich.
Right.
Um,
And
but
she
yeah,
says she might have another baby, even though she's not pregnant right now.
that's true. But and we have changed too.
Which means she's also a mom.
Right.
What does mom Rihanna sound like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know? Um,
Track one might be hush, little baby. Don't say a word.
But don't get me wrong, I would love to see what that evolution is like going from being a single woman with no kids. And, she was dating clearly, but like she didn't
She's
have a
married
whole bunch
now,
of solid relationships. She's in a steady relationship that she's been in for years. She has two kids.
a husband.
She has all these businesses that she that weren't, even if she had them then, they weren't what they are now. What?
I feel like you don't want to say she has a husband.
Because they've never confirmed that they're married. So you keep saying her husband, and I mean
Wait
that's
a
her
minute.
man.
I thought they
He
were married.
he refers to her as his wife, but no one's ever confirmed that the two of them are married.
Wait a minute. I thought they were.
No, they just do things that make us think they are married, and maybe they are, but I don't think they've ever confirmed that for us. I mean, that's her man. Like
They are
they go
not
together.
publicly engaged or married.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, that's her man, and they go together real bad. Like we all know that they're very much together and very much in a solid long term relationship, but we don't know what that means. That's all we know.
I sit corrected. I thought they were married.
No, but he publicly refers to her as his wife.
Yeah, we
So,
all do that in the hood.
and isn't he from Harlem?
I'm sorry? What?
And isn't he from Harlem?
Exactly.
I'm not saying that Harlem is the hood. I'm just saying, he's a New York dude. Is what I'm trying to say. So, but yeah, yeah. No, I know a lot of dudes do that, but
Yeah,
they're also in the public eye, and so when you say that, it holds a lot more weight. Because
absolutely.
people will then latch on to the fact that you say that and want to know, like, is it that y'all are married? And it could very well be that those two people are married. Um,
Right.
and they just didn't care to tell us. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, that's her man. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not acknowledging him. I mean, he's very much
No,
part of
I'm
the
wrong though.
but
I thought honestly that you just didn't want to say that that was her husband because I thought they were married, but I am wrong. We have no factual evidence that they are married, so I apologize. But that's what I thought. I thought you were trying to avoid saying husband. That's why I was laughing.
I'm
Because I
not.
even said twice like she got a husband, and you didn't say anything. So I was like, why
Yeah,
is she not? Why is she not acknowledging ASAP? What's going on?
I've
But
always
I'm wrong.
I've always been indifferent about their relationship, only because of some public statements that ASAP made many years ago about black people and black women. And
Oh, I know about this. Yeah,
yeah, but outside of that, that's all I have to go off of when it comes to him. I've never followed him or his career, so I've always felt indifference towards them. But I know there are people who feel very strongly that they shouldn't have been together, and
yeah.
to me, it's like, I mean, is your nigga the most in the night? Because y'all be having an opinion about everybody else's dude, but Where was your dude last night? Like, I'm, so, I'm sorry. I just,
You
'cause-
are on one today.
well, but it's true. It's like people have all of these super strong opinions about other people's lives. Meanwhile, your nigga don't do shit. Like, what you, this man is publicly loving his children. He is always very supportive of her. Like, there's not a whole lot you can say because he's not doing anything publicly at this point to make you think that he's a bad man or he's a bad partner. So let them live their lives. Anyway,
Speaking of bad men,
and
let me tell
oh,
you,
I almost sang that guy.
huh?
I almost sang that guy. The
Oh,
one we don't sing anymore.
oh, got it.